Hey guys, what's up? How y'all doing? I'm here to talk to you guys about Dragon Quest Dino Daiboken, or the Dragon Quest The Adventure of Dai, which is on episode 64 and 65. Now, this episode right here was actually these two episodes right here were pretty cool. I'm pretty sure you guys might be wondering why didn't I do 64 last week. You all know why. I had my freaking trip to freaking Long Beach here and there, along Anime Los Angeles here and there. So that's why I decided to do it today here and there. Anyways, just to let you know, this is my video alone. I'll be talking about the episodes. I don't have any copyrighted content in terms of images and anime clips, okay? That much is to be said, because in my last two videos that was taken down, which I really hope they read over this and understand that those two are my videos alone, nothing more of any of the cases. To let you know the truth, it's my videos, no images, no freaking copyrighted songs or anime images, okay? It is my video alone, etc. Now, I know what I'm doing is off topic, but you see here, I'm very upset right now, you know? But we'll talk about that another time when the time comes about, you know? Anyways, let's talk about episode 64 of Dragon Quest Dino Daiboken. We have to it that Lon Burke comes by and delivers the weapons to, like, Dai and everyone else, you know? We have to it that Pop, Mom, Crocodine, Hyunckel, all of them are getting new weapons. Of course, Hyunckel's dark armor spear has been upgraded. And we have to it that Mom will later on get something called the Dark Armor Fist whatsoever, you know, which I thought it was pretty cool, you know. And then as for Pop, which we'll find out later. Of course, arc-related the Dark Armor Fist whatsoever. I think there's a different name for it. I'll just call it the Dark Armor Fist for now that Mom is given, you know. She is pretty much putting it on her non-dominant arm, which will actually come in handy. Which I believe it will come in handy. And as for Hyunckel, we have to it that Amy, I think that's her name, she ends up deciding to deliver the Dark Spear armor to Hyunckel, you know. Of course, Mom seems conflicted about this while she decides to deliver the weapon to Pop, you know. And we have to, Leona finds this interesting because, like, this is where Mom and Amy's gonna, like, possibly, like, have a little match of who's gonna get Hyunckel's heart. Which I go like, oh my gosh, now's not the time right now, Leona. But that aside, whatever. We have to it, Mom delivers a weapon to Pop while Pop is trying to train and trying to get his insignia going, you know. Sadly, however, you know, we have to it that Mom was trying to talk to Pop about she feels conflicted about Hyunckel. When she heard about, like, Amy saying that she loves Hyunckel here and there, we had to have Pop snapped at her, telling her not to talk to him about these things because he's really upset right now. And Mom, really shocked about this, decides to leave Pop alone, which kind of got me upset about Pop, you know. You know, the only thing is like, I love Pop. He developed so much as a character. I think he's gotten a lot of development from the very beginning up until now. Now, that includes with a lot of characters. There's no denying of that. That much is to be said and true. They all grew. Every single one of them grew. Like Leona, Dai, you name it. But Pop himself is not really being honest with himself, you know? That's the one thing I think that's what he's lacking when he's like, that's what he is really lacking, you know? He's not really being honest with himself, and he ends up actually using the weapon that he has, you know? Etc. And we get to know what kind of weapon this is. We get to see what kind of weapon this is, you know? This weapon whatsoever is like the Staff of Erisea, I believe. And what's it called? I think it's called the freaking I think it's called the Dark Rod Staff or something, whatever. But all I know is this weapon that Lon Burke made for Pop right now. It is called the Black Rod. Sorry, this staff absorbs magic power and converts it to physical energy. It could also extend and change shape according to the user's will, you know. And Pop decides to test out the weapon and realizes it's like Vern's Staff of Erisea, you know? Which I go like, oh, that's really great here and there. Because Pop now has his own weapon, which is the Black Rod. I thought it was the Dark Rod or Dark Staff whatsoever, you know? Whatever the case may be, we have to it that everyone's getting ready to go into battle, and Lundberg decides to help out. As for Dai, he ends up having trouble to sleep, but we have to it that Merlin gives him some kind of medicine where he could sleep, He ends up dreaming about his mother and father, and later on ends up saying, we'll see each other again, that kind of thing. Well, not exactly see each other, but don't worry, Mom, I made a decision already. The next morning comes about, Pop tries to make amends with Mom, saying, let's not think about that right now and focus on the battle of what's to come, That kind of thing. And we have to it that it ends up right there with with the disciples of Avan, which is Leona, Mom, Dai, and Pop getting ready to go into battle, So that's about it. Now, we are going to go into episode 65, which is the Dark Hyunckel. Now, this episode right here is really kind of simple, so don't be surprised if this becomes short as well. So, if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that Hyunckel and Crocodine's executions is about to begin. Everyone else is actually hiding away and getting ready to strike when the moment's hot, Like, for example, when Dai, Pop, and freaking Mom and Leona gets ready to go into action, That kind of thing. But we have to it that, Mr. Varn says, now, Hyunckel, do you remember what I said? Drink this and become my servant for life or die. Which one would you choose? And Hyunckel says, release me and you'll know my answer. And we have to it, Hyunckel decides to take up that offer. And we have to it that Hyunckel ends up changing for the worse. Like, his hair turned to black, which is really kind of crazy here and there, And we get to know why. We get to also know along the way that Hyunckel was actually willing to drink that thing in order to fight off Mr. Varn's dark aura, Which I thought it was pretty nice, but unfortunately it didn't work out. But we have to Crocodine remembers about Hyunckel talking to him, and says, and Hyunckel tells Crocodine that in that flashback, Crocodine, if you truly are my friend, trust me on this. And therefore, Crocodine tries to speak to Hyunckel and says, come on, man, wake up. I believe in you. Even if you were to cut me down or put me into pieces, I'll still believe in you. Please, fight this. Don't give in to this dark, evil malice, okay? And we have to it. Hyunckel tries to fight this, and later on, we get to see to it that he blows up and falls down dead. And we have to it, Mr. Vern's like, this guy's dead. How pathetic. If he actually just gave in to the dark aura, then all would be simple and he would rejoin the Dark Army. And we have to it, Mr. Varn was about to execute Crocodine, Sadly for him, which I freaking laughed so hard when Hyunckel grabbed Mr. Vern's leg and says, hey, what's up, man? Do you think I'm dead? That's kind of ironic, don't you think? I thought that was freaking hilarious. Well, he didn't say that in a way of how I'm saying it, But Hyunckel ends up getting up and punches Mr. Varn aside. Mr. Varn says, how the hell is that possible? There's no way. And Hyunckel says, well, I made it the way. Because, one, I actually used your dark aura as a way to increase my light aura, So in other words, without a lot of confusing detail, Hyunckel decides to take on Mr. Varn's dark aura drink and decides to make his light aura stronger. It was pretty much a nasty gamble because the chances of that working, of him overcoming that dark aura and him dying, was possibly 60 to 90%. Well, that's my calculations. All I know is it was a big gamble for him. But eventually, that paid off. He later on easily dispatches most of Mr. Varn's freaking some evil knights, evil subordinates whatsoever. And that we have to it, Hyunckel suppressed his dark aura with this aura of light, which I thought it was pretty beautiful. Freaking Hyunckel turned into a new freaking transformation level up, And we had to it, Dai and the others show up and they end up rescuing Crocodine and Hyunckel. And we had to Nova and everyone else goes into action, get ready to go into fighting mode, And as for Hyunckel, we had to it, Hyunckel brings out his insignia of Avan and it glows purple. Pop seems very, very conflicted because we all know we all know throughout the last couple of episodes that Pop, his insignia had never glue or glowed up at all or light up at all, and right now Pop is now conflicted with this thing. Now I think this is where I think Pop really needs to learn to be honest with himself and really admit to things, because sometimes not admitting things at all, maybe even out loud or something, is not going to get him anywhere. I guess his honesty is not really getting him anywhere at all. But, well, him hiding inside himself, you know? But that aside, Mr. Vern was about to go into action. It gets really angry, you know? But Dark King Vern tells Mr. Vern, calm down. You see here, you could easily destroy all these guys, no problem. You know that, right? So here's the thing. Go show them what happens to those who oppose me. And we have to it, Mr. Vern was about to go into action, but Lauenberg says, I'm sorry, but these guys have no time to play with you. If you want to play with someone, play with me, boy. And we have to it, Mr. Vern gets angry about this and gets ready to go into action, you know? And preview next episode. It is called the five colors of light, and the episode ends off there. So yeah. Anyways, I thought this episode was pretty cool, really hot, you know. These two episodes, you know, 64 and 65. I thought that I'm looking forward to I'm really looking forward to next episode here and there. So hopefully it'll be a blast and it'll be exciting, you know, because right now I think we're finally getting into the event battle that many manga readers has been waiting for, you know. So if anything else, that's about it, people. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace out. Bye bye. Ta-da!